Good day, I'm Marisol de Chavez from BSHM, and I'm here to present the historical research of my group, the origin of the name Philippines. First, unintentional gravity. Countries and places have a history, a story, and culture. Introduction of the topic. The Philippines is an archipelago country in Southeast Asia, situated in Western Pacific Ocean. It consists of about 7,641 islands that are categorized under the three main geographical divisions from north to south. They have Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. The capital city of Philippines is Maynila, and the most populous city is Quezon City, both within the single urban area of Metro Manila. Bounded by South China Sea to the west, the Philippine Sea to the east, and the Celebes Sea is to the southwest. The Philippines share maritime border with Taiwan to the north, Japan to the northeast, Paulus to the east, Indonesia to the south, Malaysia and Brunei to the southwest, Vietnam to the west, and China to the northwest. The Philippines' position is an island country on the Pacific Ring of Fire and close to the Ecuador makes the country the earthquake and typhoons. The country has beverage of natural resources and the global significant level of biodiversity. The Philippines has area of around 300,000 kilometers with a population of around 109 million people. As of 2020, it is the 8th most populated country in Asia and the 3rd most populated country in the world. Multiple intensity and culture are found throughout the islands. The benefit of the study is to the student. This study will benefit of the students from them to learn the origin of the name Philippines that can also use to studying history. To the researcher historian, through this study, researcher and historian can get new information that can use for another research. To the future researcher, this study will provide knowledge and new information for future researchers that can help them get idea and creating their own research. It can also serve as one of the refreshness and related study of earned research study. Next is important of the study. This is important to know the origin of the name of our own country. It strengthens our sense of nationalism. Studying the history is important because it allowed us to understand our past, which in turn allowed us to understand our present. It can provide us with insights into the culture and of origin as well as cultures with which we might be less familiar. They be increasing cross-cultural awareness and understanding. They have some questions about the topic. One is, when was the Philippines first found? 2 is, when did the Philippines first colonize? And when it did end? Who is the first person of country that discovered the Philippines? Next is, what are the name of Philippines before it's become Philippines? And the last is, how did Philippines become recognized for called Philippines? And the data gathering is, the researcher personality handle the research instrument to the respondents. The research conducted the survey questionnaire to have a source of information that will help study. Next is, the researcher prepare a questionnaire inside the estimate of the problem that was answered by both student to know their understanding about the topic. After making the questionnaire, it is selected to the respondent through the validation of other teachers. The questionnaire is ready to distribute to those validation questions. So the researcher has the opportunity to distribute the questionnaire to the chosen respondents and gather the have some under the truth about the topic. Next is, the respondents were given a full-time accomplish the form to prevent them from giving hazing responses. The researchers went from the sections to the another collecting the complete questionnaires. After the questionnaires have been accomplished, the results were tabulated. The data comes the base analysis, presentation, and interpretation. And last is that the Philippines are claimed in the name of Spain in 1521 by Ferdinand Magellan, a Portuguese explorer sailing the Spain, who named Island after King Philip of Spain. They called Las Filipinas. And now Philippines have many islands that many tourists is going to the Philippines because of the food and many activities have in Philippines and the good communication of the people in Philippines. And thank you.